Are you aware that the Southern Baptist Church voted yesterday to ban women pastors? Are you aware? Let me show you.
The Southern Baptist Convention overwhelmingly voted today to advance a constitutional amendment that would formally ban women from serving as pastors. Southern Baptists are the largest Protestant denomination in the country, and its leaders are now sending a clear message. Only men should lead congregations. So joining us now is Reverend Dr. Meredith Stone, the Executive Director for Baptist Women in Ministry. Thank you for joining us tonight, Reverend. So what was your reaction when you saw this vote happen?
It's so disappointing that Southern Baptists continue to prioritize limiting women's roles in ministry when there are so many other things which are worthy of attention. As they continue to have these votes surrounding women in ministry, it communicates to millions of women and girls within the Southern Baptist Convention that their value to the church is limited. And we want to make sure that those women know that they are not limited in their calling, that God does value them equally, and that God calls women to pastor, preach, and minister.
How many female pastors are there?
Right now, there are no senior pastors that I know of. However, there are many hundreds of women who are serving as associate pastors, children's pastors, youth pastors, missions pastors. And what this provision does is that it becomes even more strict in its restrictions against women serving in ministry. So if women were to simply stand behind the pulpit and exposit scripture in any way, whether it's a sermon or not, this provision could be interpreted as that church needs to be disfellowshipped. Further, any pastoral function is indicated in the amendment. If a woman were to make a pastoral visit to the hospital, that may also be something that would be considered out of bounds for the convention.
What do you think is driving this decision?
In my opinion, Perry, and this has all been going on for about 4 or 5 years, this desperate need to solve what has been created to be the women pastor problem. And when we look back to 4 or 5 years ago, what was happening was a increase of light on the sexual abuse crisis within the Southern Baptist Convention. The Guidepost report came out. We saw that there were hundreds of pastors and ministers who had committed sexual abuse. And the convention had been covering that up to some extent, or at least that is what the report indicated. And so as convention leaders were in the position of being the enemy, I believe that they shifted attention to create the face of the enemy on women in ministry. These women who are faithfully following God's call, simply sharing the love of Jesus, and they are being called evil and being called threats to God's work.
And the people who made this decision, who voted in favor of this, mostly men, all men?
The messengers to the Southern Baptist Convention are both men and women. But if you looked around the room in the video, it was a high percentage of men who were in the room, and certainly very few women who were speaking from microphones.
What's been the response from church members?
We have had many people reaching out to us in the last couple of weeks as this was made public, but especially today. Women who are feeling the weight of this amendment on them and their churches, the conflict that it will cause. I had one woman reach out to me today who is licensed in a Southern Baptist church, and she has a job lined up. And when this passed today, all of that came into question for her. And now she feels as if her future is uncertain. And she's just one story of many of the women who are feeling this weight.
So I just want to make sure I get the steps of this down. So a second vote is needed for this amendment to be formally included in the Constitution, right?
That's correct. For a change to the governing documents, there has to be 2 successive votes of a 2/3 majority.
If this goes through, what's your future in the church?
Right now, I am serving in a Baptist church that is not Southern Baptist, and there are many Baptist churches that are not Southern Baptist where women are welcome. We do see many women that choose to leave and go to other Baptist denominations or other denominations, but others choose to stay because it is their faith home. It's the place where they heard God call them and where they want to live that call out. Further, if they were to leave, then many of them know there's not an abundance of opportunities for them in other churches, and so they may not be able to live out their call anywhere else.
All right,
And
Reverend.
why should they be the ones who have to leave?
Yeah, we appreciate your time, Reverend Dr. Meredith Stone. Thank you for your time tonight.
That was the Southern Baptist Church. And someone may ask, why should Seventh-day Adventists pay attention to issues of the Baptist Church? Friends, let me tell you that the issue of women's ordination and also women serving as pastors is not only in the Baptist Church, it is also in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And the SDA Church has debated over the issue of women's ordination and women serving as pastors, elders for a long time. We are still wrestling with this issue. But now, the Baptist Church, the Southern Baptist Church, is moving toward a particular direction. And what is the direction that they are moving toward? They are moving to ban women pastors, women serving as leaders in the church. There are some that are criticizing them, saying that why should they ban women or move to ban women from being leaders in the church? But there are others too that are arguing that Jesus never called any woman to be part of his disciples, and the work of the gospel ministry is led by men, not women. So many Adventists and non-Adventists have different perspectives when it comes to women serving as pastors or women as elders. I know of some individuals, SDAs, that would walk away from the church if a woman is preaching or if a woman is the pastor of the church. Yes, some SDAs would walk away because they believe that a woman is not supposed to lead a church, or a woman is not supposed to be a pastor or ordained in a church. But there are others that don't really care. Currently, as I speak now, there are more than 2,000 pastors, female pastors, serving in the SDA church worldwide. Yes, more than 2,000 of them. And almost half have been ordained. I saw ordination flyer being advertised on Facebook, and I think it was 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. I'm going to put that on the screens for you. So you can see right here this particular conference. Yes, and this woman is said to be ordained in the church. Previously, I have shared with you some videos where conference presidents, conference leaders, like union leaders, were ordaining women in the church. We have not concluded as a church that women should be ordained. And yet, there are some pastors, there are some leaders that are ordaining women. So, is the SDA church going to follow what the Southern Baptist Church is moving to do, or the SDA church is going to do otherwise? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is all that I had to share with you. There are some more stories coming up, so don't go anywhere. Stay right here. Thanks for watching. See you again, and may God bless you.